So the first thing you will want to do is go onto our website and click on sign in. Click on sign in as an instructor or teaching assistant. Input your username and password. In this case, I will put mine. So now you're in your instructor's account. So the first thing you want to do when you create a course is go into courses and quotations. Click on create a new course, get a quotation. Select the name, well, pick whichever name you want for your course. Markstrat 7. I will put in this case. Then you have the option of putting a small course description, which is optional. Here you will have your university, which will already be in place, so nothing needed to do. Unless you're a professor that teaches in multiple universities, you will select which university you're putting your course in, you're teaching this course in. Next, you will pick the simulation, in this case, Markstrat 7. Next, you will pick which kind of course it is. Is it a full-time program, a corporate program, or a part-time and executive program? In your case, it will most likely be a full-time program. Next, you will input the amount of participants you want in your course. We usually require a minimum of 15 participants per course. In this case, I will put 30. Next, you put when you want to start your course. I suggest that you pick the day you're creating your course. So for example, today. Next, you will put when you want your course to end. And this is quite important because the date you pick, afterwards, the students will no longer be able to access the simulation. So we suggest giving, when you pick the end date, give about a week or more in case there's homework assignments or projects you want them to do later on. You pick a date, for example, March 26th. Next here, you will have your professor name, which will already be written, and your email, which will already be written as well. So nothing needed to do on this part. Next, you will pick who will be purchasing the packs, the licenses. So is it the university purchasing it? Is it the participants purchasing it? Or do you already have the packs? Have you already paid for them? In this case, I will just put, I already have the packs. Next, you click on create your course. You will receive this message saying you are about to create a new Markstrat 7 Durable Goods course. Do you wish to continue? You click and select yes. Next, you will get this message, and this message is letting you know that someone needs to activate and validate your course before you can actually start your course creation. And we put 48 business hours. This is in case you are creating a course on a Friday night when we are no longer working, and it will take until Monday for us to validate it. But we usually validate it quite quickly within a few hours. Next, you click on continue. So once your course has been activated by one of our employees, you will go on your course and click on your course, and you will see this page. So your course has been, you can start creating your course. The first thing you do is go into create industry. Next, you pick which kind of competition you want, whether it's team against team or team against computer. You select the language you want. And here we have a selection of multiple scenarios. And by default, we pick this one, but in your instructor's guide, there's more details on what exactly each scenario is. Next thing you do is pick how many participants you want in your course, in this case 30. Then you pick how many industries and teams you want in this course. So with 30 participants, we have these selections. So one industry with 6 teams, or maybe 2 industries with 5 teams, you pick whichever one you want. And here the theme is as you wish as well. It's just the name you want for your industries. Let's go with Egyptian gods. Next thing you do is click on create. You make sure that everything looks good. It's team against team, it's in English. This is the scenario you want. This is the amount of teams you want. So once you check everything and you find it correct, you click on create industry. You wait a few seconds for the industries to be created. the more amount of participants and industries, the longer it will take, but it shouldn't take too long. Okay, so your industry has been created. If you want to restart because you found a mistake, you can just click on Restart the Industry Creation Assistance. If everything looks good, you just go back to your course. So now you can ignore this message. Once your participants are registered, this important notice will go away. The next thing you do is go to download pre-filled participant registration file. So you click on this, and you will get an Excel sheet that will arrive in a few seconds. There it is. You open this sheet. And this is how you will register your participants. So you will already have the packs. You input the packs in this area. Here, you put the first name of the students, the last name of the students here, the email of the students. And this is important because when you will email the students, you want to make sure that it's the correct email. So whether it's a university email or a private email, you need to make sure that it's the correct one. Next, you will have the industry, and you input numbers as we show here. So if you have one industry, you just put 1 for all the participants. If you have multiple industries, you put which industry the participant is in. And here, firm is team. So you input the team, which team do you want the participant to be in? It's numbers as well. So you put 1 for team M, 2 for team R, 3 for team S, 4 for team T, 5 for team L, and 6 for team N, and so forth. So you just put numbers. Once you have done this and filled everything in, you make sure to save this file here on your computer. You can close it. Next, you go to Upload and Process Participant Registration File. You choose the file in your computer. You upload it. Wait a few seconds for the file to upload. You will get a new Excel sheet with the results showing you if the participants have been correctly registered. Once that is done, you go back into your course, and you will see no participants registered will be 30 participants registered, or how many participants you've registered in that Excel sheet and uploaded. Now that your students are fully registered in your course, what you have to do, or what you can do, is go to here, Email to Participants. And here we have created a default email that you can click on, which looks like this. And this, once you click on Send here, the participants will receive this email with their packs, their course ID, industry, team ID, team password, and will be able to connect by going on our website. And all the information is here for them to be able to connect successfully and be registered into their teams. And they will be able to connect as soon as this email is sent. Next, what you do is go into your decision round dashboard. And this is where you will run, as an instructor, this is where you will take your decisions and run your course. So before doing that, I just want to quickly show you guys that you can export the participant list. You can add an instructor to your course by clicking on Add Instructor. You should input the instructor's or assistant's username here. Click on Search. You will get the person name. You make sure it's the right person. You click on Submit. And here in your course, it says no additional instructor. It will change to the additional instructor you added. Then you can customize your scenario by clicking here. Then you can configure decisions. Here is actually the decisions you will be taking, that you will be allowing the students to see in each period. So it can change in each period. You can click or unclick the decisions you want them to be able to see or make. And every period you can change that. So it can change periodically. Next thing is here you have the industries, teams, and passwords just for your information. So now if you want to run your course as instructor, as I said, you go to the Decision Round dashboard, and here you will be able to start your course by just clicking on Start. If for some reason you want to stop the course, you click on Stop. And so, or once the period is, you've decided the period is finished for the students, you click on Run Decision for the decision to be able to run, which will take you into period 2. Then when you run period 2, it will take you into period 3 and so forth. We also have the option for some reason, if you're in a period and the students you have run a period and the students have made a mistake, you can cancel that run and it will take the entire industry back to the previous period. And we allow up to 2 past periods. So if you're in period 4, you can go back to period 2, period 3, or period 2, but you cannot go back to period 1, just 2 periods behind. Next, here, as you see, we have print. And here you can print, I will click on it. You can print a team report, and this will, when you print this, it will, you can either print just for the team or for the instructor. The instructor report contains all teams reports plus 1 copy of all market studies. While here, just printing here, it's a team report that contains the financial results, the market and competitive news, and the market studies purchased by the team. For coaching sheet, the coaching sheet is a spreadsheet that summarizes the key performance indicators at the firm level and brand level for each team in the industry. Plot and compare data tool is designed to help instructors compare data across teams within one industry, as well as across 2 or more industries. The Announce Results is a facility to announce the latest results to the team. It plots a predefined series of graphs and charts aimed at disclosing the most important facts and results of the selected industry. Grade Teams is a built-in tool to grade teams at the end of the course based on their performance in the simulation. Or you can grade by period. And here we put the SPI as 100 because we just scheduled it like this, and we thought that the SPI is the most important. So as default, we put 100, but you can change it. You can maybe put 80% here and 20%, 80% here, and 20% for revenue. It's up to you. As long as it adds up to 100, it should work. So here we have a little key performance indicators, what they stand for, and the units that we put them in, whether it's percentage, millions, hundreds, everything is here. So you can have a good idea if you're confused on anything that's in the grading. Then you configure the grading formula as you want, and you click on calculate, and it will calculate the results and grade the team. Lastly, we have the monitor to participants, and this is really just in case you want to monitor how much time is spent in the simulation for your participants. And the scheduler is in case you don't want to click on start, run, stop, and you want to create a schedule of when you want that period to start and stop, and then it will run and it will go to the next period. So you just pick the schedule, the time, and you click on create. So now that we've seen this side of the professor, let's go and click onto one of the teams here. As a professor, you can enter any of the teams and see what they're doing and even make decisions by just clicking on the team. Let's click on Team S. So now you are in Team S and you see exactly what the participants are seeing themselves. So prepare here, is a quick video of less than 7 minutes that just gives key information on mission, market, consumer segments, and competitors, the students, so they understand a bit what they're going to be playing in this simulation. And what you see here on the left-hand side is the same thing that you see here. So prepare company results here, prepare company results, company dashboard. So you see the exact same thing. In the company results provides a confidential company information. Only the team members are able to see these information, except for data given in the industry benchmark study. So we can quickly go through company dashboard. Then you have industry dashboard, you have industry information, and you have market report. Then you have the market competitive news, and the market competitive news provides general and financial data on the industry, on the competing firms, and on market brands. This is publicly held information. So all competing firms have access to the same documents. The news consists of 3 or 4 sections depending on the availability of bought brands. So we can quickly see industry dashboard. As you see, we have consumer survey panel, distribution panel. Oh, sorry. We have industry dashboard, industry information, and market report. So this is in market, industry dashboard, industry information, and market report. Then we have market research studies. And the market research studies is, you can purchase up to 23 market research studies each period. And the following list provides a brief summary of information within each study. For example, here you have industry benchmark, you have consumer survey and panel, distribution panel, semantic scales, multi-semantic scales, competing intelligence, and experiment. So we can click on, for example, semantic scales, just so you have an idea of what it looks like. Lastly, we have tools. And this menu will usually be available as of period 3. And it provides you with a charting tool as well as other decision support tools that may become available at a later stage depending on you as an instructor. And all charts can be copied and pasted in PowerPoint. So that's nice. So just an idea of what these tools look like. Charts, regression-based charts, regression-based tools, and growth share matrix. So something that needs to be made clear is that when the students make decisions, when they start making decisions here in team, in research, whether it's research development, brand portfolio, market mix, commercial team, market research studies, market planning, and at the end they have a decision review where they can come and make sure that they can see actually decisions from other periods when they go into when they go to period 2, period 3, and such, they see the decision review. So one thing that needs to be made clear is that when these students are making the decisions, only one team member can be making a decision at a time on a decision page. So they will see anyway here, when you go up here, they will see the activities. And for example, they have a team member here that's logged into this decision. They can take over the decisions, or at least they know that they're not able to make a decision because that team member is in that decision page. Here you have your budget. Here you have the errors that you made before you finish your period. You can see exactly where you made mistakes, so you haven't made decisions for this. So it's just to help you out before moving to the next period to make sure that everything has been, all the decisions and everything has been made correctly. And lastly, so students should not forget to log out by clicking here on log out when they're finished, instead of just clicking here and logging out of the page. They really need to log out correctly by clicking here and click on log out. So that's it for Markstrat 7. Then don't hesitate that if you have any questions, you can write to our support at help@stratix.com, and we will answer you as soon as possible. Thank you.